Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the glamorous facade of a cruise ship? As you enjoy an endless buffet, soak up the sun on the deck, and gaze out at breathtaking ocean vistas, it's easy to forget that beneath this luxurious experience lies a world of unsettling truths that cruise companies would rather keep under wraps. In today's video, we will head to the section that reveals all about the cruise industry to uncover the hidden dangers and shocking realities that impact both your health and the health of the planet. You'll be amazed by what's really happening beneath the surface, from the startling health risks passengers face to the wobbling environmental toll of these floating cities. But that's not all. We'll dive deep into the onboard secrets that will make you think twice before buying that ticket. And by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with eye-opening knowledge and armed with insider tips to safeguard your well-being while navigating the high seas. And believe me, Number 5 is a truth you will not want to miss. It might just change the way you see cruises forever. Are you ready? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, grab a seat, and stick around to the end. Let's get started. Number 1. Let's look at the environmental impacts of these sailing cities. Cruise ships may appear to be the synopsis of luxury on the surface, but beneath that glimmering facade lies a shaking ecological toll. Did you know that a single cruise ship emits more carbon dioxide daily than 1 million cars? They rely on heavy fuel oil, one of the dirtiest fuels on the planet, completely disregarding the ecological consequences. And where does this all go? These floating cities irresponsibly discharge tons of waste, from food scraps to toxic sewage, directly into the oceans, threatening marine life and disrupting delicate ecosystems. I get it. Your business is to enjoy the fanciest part of these cruises, but have you ever stopped to reflect on the cost of your enjoyment? It's time to ponder the actual price of those indulgent cruises. Let's move on to the next hidden truth about these giants. Number 2, the exploitation of staff. Those well-dressed staff members who always seem to wear a smile often hide a darker reality. I mean, you would have never second-guessed. Many come from developing countries and face exploitation in the form of dreadful low wages and grueling hours, up to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, not to mention their standard of living. They mostly stay in cramped quarters below deck, a lifestyle way below the comfort and luxury they present to the cruise passengers. It doesn't stop there. Their rights to complain about this unfair treatment are also limited by the contracts they are required to sign to secure the jobs. This brings us to the question, why should an industry that rakes in billions annually allow such an imbalance? It's essential to acknowledge and question this exploitation. Are you really comfortable enjoying your vacations at the expense of others' dignity? Number 3, the health risks. How many remember the horror stories of norovirus outbreaks? Unforgettable, right? It's no news that cruise ships are confined spaces with thousands of people breathing the same air and using the same facilities. We call this the perfect recipe for illness. But that's not all. Should an emergency arise, your access to medical care may also be unsettlingly limited. This can be a nightmare if care is not taken. Let's set aside the virus issues and look at the food safety standards and hygiene practices. Have you ever stopped to envision how these foods you consume are processed? We are talking about storage and preparation, all under intense pressure and with a limited workspace. However, here's what can be done about this. Always be sure to go with your hand sanitizer. Skip the buffets that have been out long, and be mindful of safety precautions. Most importantly, before you start cruising and getting lost in all the fun activities, check if your ship has an onboard doctor and the services they render. Does it check your health boxes, or is it lacking somewhere? Don't go just yet. Wait until you've heard about the legal loopholes on which this cruise industry thrives. Number 4, how are you protected? Cruise ships are notorious for sidestepping legal protocols, claiming it's to avoid unnecessary costs. But how does this affect you as a passenger? Here's the kicker. If something goes south on board, let's talk about theft or something more serious like an injury. You may find yourself caught in a web of legal loopholes, frustratingly trapped without the protections of your own country's laws. Before securing a spot on the ship, take the time to research the cruise line's legal policies. Choose a reputable company with a solid safety record, and never underestimate the importance of travel insurance that covers maritime emergencies. These steps may seem like a hassle up front, but they are crucial safeguards that could save you from a vacation disaster. As if all the unfair treatment faced by staff members in the Marine isn't enough, we'll now discuss the hidden costs you, as a passenger, might not realize you're paying. Number 5. The hidden costs. Finally, let's address the so-called all-inclusive experience that cruise lines project. Are you genuinely receiving value for your money? From exorbitantly priced excursions to sneaky onboard fees, you might be shocked at how much more you're spending than anticipated. And let's not forget about the cost for drinks. Those add up quicker than you think. Here's the deal. You might think these extra fees enhance your experience and make it even smoother, but in reality, they're just to increase the cruise industry's accounts. To protect your interests, read the fine print carefully before booking. Opt for cruise lines that offer transparent pricing, and consider booking shore excursions independently to avoid inflated costs. Being informed is your best defense against the unexpected financial burdens of cruising. This brings us to the bottom line. Are these cruises really the affordable getaways they project them to be? While cruising may seem like an indulgent escape, it's essential to look beyond the surface. By confronting the environmental impacts, the exploitation of staff, health risks, legal protections, and hidden costs, you empower yourself to make informed choices. So before you set sail, arm yourself with knowledge and ensure that your vacation is not just enjoyable, but also responsible and equitable. Now that you've heard it all, what do you think? Is a change required? Or should the cruise industry keep sailing unchecked? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You enjoyed this video, didn't you? Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and follow us for more videos like this one. We'll return next Sunday with more inspiring and life-changing videos like this one.